So next up, we're gonna have my boy Pichu. You know, with this many characters left, a lot of people probably just. I actually think it's pretty acceptable now. People understand.
Now we're getting into the upper part of high tier, so
yes.
All like again, these characters you're gonna start seeing more of these characters in the higher level of bracket, and they're gonna tend to be more popular now that we're getting into this area.
Yeah.
Most competitors
most
competitors will opt to pick up a lot of these characters, and Pichu is definitely one of them. Like Pichu has fallen off. Like you're not solo maining Pichu anymore, obviously.
But Black Twins though.
Yeah, Black Twins had a great performance at
Let's go
Shine.
Black Twins.
Yeah, he did really, really well. Still showing that this character is a powerful force in the metagame,
Yes.
right? Of course, there's still other Pichus like Nakat doing it big, but like just not as popular. Especially like I feel like a lot of the high and mid-level players has dropped Pichu.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
not worth.
Yeah, not worth.
Not worth. It's too hard. You died. You're still the lightest character in the game by a long shot. You don't have as strong pressure when you put someone on the ledge.
Right.
But you still have the combo game. You still have early kills.
Loops are SDIable. Like
Yes,
that
that's a
meta
big
progression
deal.
was very
Yes.
big. So like in the early meta, people weren't as campy, and like people didn't know how to SDI.
Yeah, you just loot people.
So
the whole time.
you just touch someone once and you're like, oh sick, like let me just deal 90 damage and
And now-
possibly kill you off a reset.
Now, if you get hit, you're possibly dead.
Yeah.
The more like people got better at hitting up B, so if you keep getting rinse repeated off stage, you have to take like 2.5% each time. It's like it's not something Pichu can like take.
Yeah.
Like you die too early to be taking that much damage from yourself per stock.
Correct. Yeah. And of course the nerfs, right? The nerfs were big.
Yeah.
The damaging nerfs were really huge. Like Pichu just does more damage to herself, so it can be very, very rough, and it's even harder to T-jolt camp. And like every time you T-jolt, like you're essentially taking a percent. You're taking 0.8, which is a lot of
It adds
health.
up.
Yeah.
It adds up. But it's not to say Pichu's not a good character, not a strong character.
Yeah,
Pichu
you can
still has what it takes.
Yeah, you can still do Pichu things. You can
Yeah.
definitely like hit people once and just literally like obliterate them. Some of the strongest offstage game because of how strong back air is, how lingering, like how much area you throw. Like when you double jump back air, you're like covering like
Yes,
this whole
you cover a
area.
huge
Like
arc.
you're within this huge arc. Like you're gonna die if you're
Yes.
within that. Like
And back air still has crazy base knockback.
Yep, down air is still a very, very strong move.
Yeah.
Up air thunder, very, very strong. So Pichu definitely still has all these like very, very great edge guard tools.
There's a lot of cons.
Yeah.
As it's always been, Pichu's a character with great pros and great cons, but now it's more streamlined instead of being more focused towards the pros.
Yeah, exactly.
Next, character that doesn't get a lot of results, but is still very solid. Young Link.
I knew this character was overhyped in the beginning, dude. Everyone was just like, this character's top 5. This character is the best character in the game. Like, obviously, this was like month 1.
He's pretty nuts.
He is still pretty nuts, but I'm just like, like,
Yeah, you
I
struggle.
definitely just don't feel that way when I was playing up against the character. But I mean, this character is still very, very crazy, and I'm glad Mr. R is starting to bring out this character in tournament. I was very excited when Tweak was playing him more, but then he ended up dropping him, and it was just like, man, this character's so good, but where's that top level representation?
Exactly.
But we're finally going to get it with Mr. R. I hope he commits more to the character. This character is extremely hard to play. A lot of your combos are like frame tight. He can do some crazy stuff.
You need to react pretty fast.
Yes. To a lot of like different situations, but
And it's not to say the character doesn't have cons, like recovery. It's a beat. But recovery can be pretty rough.
yeah.
And while the character has good frame data and good moves, the character doesn't have amazing like mid-range. Mid-range can be where the
That
character
sword
struggles.
is not too long. Great up B out of shield though.
Yes.
The offstage can be treacherous for this character too, because even when this character up Bs, since the sword's not as long, it's easier to avoid to not get hit by it. You know what I mean? And that, like for Link, that's one thing that's can be irritating, because like the way Link up Bs and how long his sword is, like you can get caught up in that a lot of times.
But Young Link doesn't have that.
Yeah, exactly. But probably like the best like burst projectile character in the game in terms of just like being able to just like throw out projectiles and like confirm off of it. But yeah, it's just because he can like litter the field with projectiles. Like there's like I don't know how heavies fight this character. Like this character,
I don't
like
think you do it. He's
destroys.
too safe.
Yeah, it's too safe, and like he gets so much off of like a flame arrow or a boomerang. You know what I mean? It's just so hard. So this character definitely a relevant force in the metagame.
Speaking of heavies, our next character, I would say second best heavy, Rob.
Yeah. We have seen a lot of performances from this character. Zachary is starting to pick up this character. Of course, VoiD, the best Rob currently. I mean, we'll see if Zachary picks him up more.
Yes.
But VoiD, pretty much a solo Rob. We saw VoiD kind of messing around with some other characters, but I feel like now he's kind of going to solo Rob. And, I mean, this character is still insane. That down tilt is probably the best tilt in the entire game.
Oh, that move.
Frame 3, and I believe it's only -5 on block. So... yeah, you get your shield gets down tilted and it's
You
only
can't do
-5.
anything.
So it's like unless you're like Game and Watch or something, like he's gonna down tilt it again.
And you have to react incredibly fast. I think even if you're Game and Watch, like you have to anticipate.
You have to
it
be super ready.
way too like quickly because I think it ends on like frame 14.
Yeah.
So like by the time like you process that you got down tilted, it's probably done.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Sometimes being a human, man.
And all right.
You gotta process that stuff way too
Limitations.
slow. But yeah, I mean that down tilt is so good. So this character is like a weird mix of like he can pressure you on the ground, but then he's kind of like in Greninja's shoes where he has
When he's getting pressured, it's really bad. Like,
garbage out of shield.
One of the things that I think makes Rob not as like crazy as people say, he just has bad matchups. He has situations where he feels like he can't do anything.
Yeah.
If a character can actually pressure him off stage, like he's gonna be up being. He doesn't have that many mix-ups.
Yeah.
He kind of has to call you out if he wants to make it back safely,
Mm-hmm.
and that could be a pretty big deal. Not only that, the longer you're off stage, like you just run out of gas. It's a resource. It's not just an up B that you can use.
Right.
But I just want to do a small shout out to the top player, Lucrezio. I don't know if you know him,
Okay.
but European Rob always had faith both in himself and in his character, and he's been showing some crazy optimizations on Twitter. Like if I
Nice.
showed you, you'd probably be like, dude, like this character, there's a lot more than people do know right now.
Yeah. This character's offense is insane. Like you get Nair confirms, top confirms. You now have a finisher. Before Rob never really had that finisher.
Side B is nuts.
Yeah, that side B was the perfect cherry on top for this character because now you can like confirm into it or just go super hard off stage with it or even like use it for a ledge trap. Like it's just really, really good. And it was realistically it was the kill move that he needed because they took away beat boop, but then you still have like down throw, up air, mix up stuff. But like, yeah, this character, when he does get the grab, devastating, has low percent combos and has like setups at later percents. And yeah, everyone's not the best at DIing up air, so sometimes you get up air someone at 90 and they're dead.
Yes, it's.
But if you
heartbreaking.
DI it correctly, you'll be fine. But it's
You'll
still
be fine
like
for a
really
while.
good setup.
It's good to have that too.
Yeah, exactly.
So, getting into the top 20 realm. Next up, we're gonna have best heavy, Bowser.
Yeah, for sure.
The best heavy.
The best heavy, and it's crazy, man. The young Leone rising star, to my knowledge, wasn't like a top level player in Smash 4, but really made his rise through Ultimate.
Yes.
So just a very talented young man, and he is doing work with this character. He's showing everyone what this character can do. This character, like you said, hands down, in my opinion, the best heavy.
He has good aerials. He has good ground options. He can pressure 2 frames. He has tough guy. He has up out of shield. He has like kill confirms. He has a command grab that kills.
Frame 6 side B.
That's
kills.
Crazy.
That kills. That is a very good thing.
Flame breath. Down B can like or not down B. Down air can like combo break. Down B can shield break.
Yeah.
This character, it's hard to kill him. Recovery is a little exploitable and he's big.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of characters that they can't even like rapid jab him, and we're a game where rapid jab's so important, which is why
That's
Bowser
a big deal.
can. I'm not gonna say Bowser essentially like wins the matchup, but he definitely like Inklings or like Foxes when they play up against Bowser.
You have to play so different.
You have to play
Your pressure
so
is
different.
gone.
Yeah, you have to play very, very different. Your usual options are not going to be available. So I don't want to get into like matchup discussion, but you definitely have to play different versus Bowser.
Yes.
For those characters and for a
that's
lot
like
of characters.
Such a big deal.
Yeah, and if your jab is like essential to your ground pressure, it's gonna
That's
be very, very difficult or very, very different. And then even like his offstage Bowser, like just running off and fairing, it just covers so much area.
Yes,
it's
it's
so
huge.
strong. Or you can just go for the safe like down tilt or
F-tilt.
angle down F tilt. Like I see Leon just go for angle down F tilt
Or
all
even,
the time.
I'm sure you could get down smash if you're just in such a huge deficit.
Oh right, and he has like the ghetto
The
wolf,
wolf
down
down
smash.
smash.
It actually like it comes out faster. The front hit at least
Wow.
comes out faster than wolf.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, just this character has shortcomings when it comes to getting out of combos
Right.
and getting like off the ledge and such.
You're standard heavy.
Exactly.
Standard heavy.
But he just has so many other
lows.
pros in the other areas that it makes him a very, very prominent threat.
Yeah, for sure.
Next, I think this is a good spot for this character. Some people would say otherwise, but I think this is good. Mario.
Oh yes.
Mario and my boy Dark Wizzy.
Yeah, I mean, Dark Wizzy has been doing work.
Yes.
Just like in our local scene, Master Mario is doing work.
Yes,
Master Mario did
actually.
work in Evo, and just like within our locals. But Master Mario had a really, really good run at Evo. So I mean, just the Marios, and I mean this character is really popular. So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other Marios that do really, really well with this character. But this character pretty much does the same thing he does in Smash 4.
Like, I don't think there's much to really explain here.
It's a copy.
He's a Smash 4 character, an ult that like works.
Yeah.
You know, like he gets a lot off grab. He can do 2 aerials and 1 short hop.
Yep.
Pretty like hard to edge guard recovery. Good damage output. Good smash attacks.
Yeah.
Like good air mobility.
He's pretty much one of the few characters that has a consistent ladder combo.
Yes.
So that's really big, and even like for a lot of the current stage lists in the for a lot of the S tiers and stuff, a lot of the stage lists favor Mario like really, really hard. So it can be really hard to like even just fight Mario on a stage where he can't ladder you because there's so many stages that are legal with platforms. So
and he has a be out of shield.
And
Up B out of shields are so good in this game.
Yep.
Like
super good.
I love smash out of shield, right? I remember talking about this a long time ago. Like Mario has both. Like it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just this character is just super solid. Honestly, one of the most well-rounded characters out of like the cast.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to see his shortcomings.
He just gets outranged. Like,
exactly. That's the hardest thing.
I know Shulk is a very hard matchup for him, or any of the sword characters.
Dude,
I could imagine Lucino could be
look at him,
difficult
like,
as well.
His arm doesn't go.
Does
anywhere,
not have
man.
much reach. Yeah. So
His legs are pretty good, but his arm.
Nah.
If he had like Cappy, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Cappy.
If he had that as like something,
Some range projectile.
that'd be sick. But sadly, it doesn't, and that's cool. Mario's still very, very good character. Next up, the Yellow Menace, but not the one you thought of. PacMan.
Yeah, this character definitely got like super upgrade. I thought this character.
The fact that you can recharge fruit is just so good.
Right. So I knew a lot of the properties for PacMan in Smash 4. So water, you couldn't shield water in Smash 4. In Smash 4, you couldn't recharge the fruit. In Smash 4, you couldn't.
The up B wasn't a hit bot.
You would
or like
throw
a thing, because you can hit up B in this game.
Right. In Smash 4, if you threw a fruit like a melon and you re-grabbed it, you could throw it. You could throw it again to have its property one more time. You had one more property throw.
Yeah.
And then that was it. So if you ever, but like Z dropping it, you would never have the property.
Yeah.
But in this game, in Ultimate, you can Z drop the bell and it stuns. That is the big one. Obviously, all the other things apply too. In Smash 4, you could Z drop the Keynotes to be strong, but other than that, all the other fruits, like you wouldn't have the property when you Z drop it. So now you can Z drop, and any fruit will have the property, and you're not limited to like one more, like, oh, I just threw the bell, I throw it one more time and then I get the stun throw, but then after that it's nothing. This time, like, you can keep recycling. You just keep doing it, and you can just grab and recharge too.
Yeah, that way you don't have to grab it and have it in your hand. You can put it away and then do your auto shield options, which are also very good.
Yep. For a zoner, he has very good out of shield options. Fair and Nair, extremely fast, extremely good out of shield options. Up B out of shield is still very, very good. His down air kills, so he can like set up really sick edge guards. Of course, like T and Sinji, pretty much the main two Pac-Mans I think of when I think of Pac-Man.
Yes.
And they are doing work, man. They're getting a lot of these wins. And it's crazy because you can be aggressive with this character too. You can like pressure people with
fair
fair.
trains.
Dash attack on block is very difficult to punish.
I don't even know how to punish that movie.
And then Hydrant in itself sets up neutral for it can be very difficult for certain characters to get in because if they can't like hit out the Hydrant in one hit or poke through the Hydrant, then they have to jump in on Pac-Man. And then like, oh, you want to jump in and aerial me? Like I'm gonna nair out a shield, or I'm gonna like call you out and just fair nair you anyway. Yes. Or back up. Like it forces a certain avenue of approach, which is like very strong for a character to be able to do. And even like juggling Pac-Man's very different because he's a character that can throw
Hydrant to stall.
He can throw something down at you.
And it's not him.
Yeah. So it's like
literally a projectile.
Yeah, it's just this character very good, got a lot of upgrades, and there was already a lot of talented players playing this character even though the character was bad in Smash 4. So coming into Ultimate, this character's metagame was very advanced, and they hit the lotto.
So next up, we're going to have Mr. McCloud himself, the young Fox.
This character, very good.
Character is trash.
Oh,
I don't know what you're talking about. That character can't kill. That character is worse than Piranha Plant.
Okay, well, so he's still high tier?
No, he is like, where's Zelda? Where's Zelda's at? Perfect, right there.
Mid-tier.
Actually, switch him with Zelda. That's perfect.
Oh, I don't know if we can do that. It's like, yeah, Fox is pretty good, man.
That's,
Two Foxes got top 8 at Smash
I can't say what I want to say for that. That character's trash.
All right, you know what? Like, get out of here. Get out of here, Light.
The top player is trying to change
the
our
top player
opinions.
bias, bro. This top player bias.
Saying their character sucks.
Every top player says their character
All of
sucks.
them, dude.
Look at where you got Pichu, man.
The proof's in the pudding. What can I say?
All right, well, but I mean, Fox just obviously Light being the best Fox, right?
Yes, he did explain Fox's woes, but Fox does amazing soft reset situations.
Yeah.
Fastest faller, so
game.
that gives him so many mix-ups other characters don't have access to.
Oh yeah, and even like comboing Fox is
It's hard.
very hard
because
to do.
he falls so fast, and he has frame 2 air dodge.
Frame 2 air dodge,
And he has like no lag on landing.
it's just weird because in Smash 4, I felt like there were so many other situations where I got comboed harder.
Yeah.
But
In this game, you just don't.
yeah, in this game, Fox just like there's so
He
many
falls
situations
too
where I'm
fast.
like I'm just like, oh wow, I don't get comboed here, sick. So it's like that in itself is really interesting. He is lighter than Mewtwo. So he's very, very light. But I kind of like that because they made him more of a glass cannon build.
Yeah, he has so many
They
pros.
buffed his offense. So like his up smash is larger.
Weaker,
up smash out of
but-
shield is like broken actually. It's like so good.
That's
It
so
kills so
fast.
early. I think he has one of the best neutrals in the game because he
Look
just
how
moves.
fast he is.
He moves so fast on the ground and he falls so fast. Like every
Yeah.
time he short hop or full hops, it's like when and where is this guy coming down on? Like is he gonna fall with Nair? Is he gonna double jump and then fastball tomahawk me? Like there's so many different options that this character has, and on top of that he has some of the best burst options in the game. When he's running at you, you got to respect dash
Everything.
attack, you have to respect Nair, and like all these things can like string into resets or even possibly string into up smash.
It's funny thinking about how Nair is a burst option, but like it definitely is.
Yeah, and like this character's out of parry. Like we've seen Light perform in tournament, and if you play this character at a top level, you have to be able to parry. So I've seen like many parry up smashes from Light, or just like parry into tilt into like the next situation. So really, really strong character. And I mean, still not as strong as his former Smash 4 self, but still a very relevant force in the meta.
Yes. Now next, I always group these guys, Roy and Chrom.
It's always the debate like who's better, but we're not gonna get into that. That might be
the
another
way I see
video.
it, I feel like Roy has more peaks, but Chrom is generally like more consistent.
Right,
And especially like based on results. Like the Roys generally do the craziest stuff in terms of wins, but you don't always see them do stuff.
Right.
We always see James up there.
Yeah, Rivers is always killing it with Chrom. Ramen also has a Chrom as well that he performs very well with. Of course, like Goblin's recent Goblin's recent win over Tweak, very, very big for Goblin and all the Roys.
Tweak's wins with Roy.
Tweak beating Mars at Gamo with Roy. So I think you like pretty much have it on the dot. Obviously, like Roy's recovery can be a little bit more consistent than Chrom's in
Chrom
certain
has
matchups.
The air dodge,
right? Certain matchups.
Chrom has the farther ledge trapping. Roy has this earlier killing ledge trapping.
Right. One thing I do want to point out though is Chrom, like if you hang on the ledge versus Roy, there's not much he can do to kill you for hanging on the ledge.
Oh, and Crom has F-tilt.
But Crom is F-tilt.
Yeah.
So it's like that's my big thing in terms of like consistent ledge trapping. Like
Hey, man,
Roy
hold-
can
hold
kill
this
you.
neutral beating.
Yeah, you could always neutral beat. Because like, but you're right though. Like Roy can get a jab at like 60 and kill you. Side B at 60, kill you. Like this character, if he reads you in the right spots, like you're just gonna melt.
Yes. And then even then, like they both have very, very strong combos.
Yeah. Crom has a faster, more consistent up B out of shield
Yeah.
and the Crom side option. We actually saw Rivers Crom side MVD at Switchfest.
Really?
Yeah, he just like killed him at 0 fair and up B. He's dead. And it like he was up in stock.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. But it just kills.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So like having that option too.
At least I think that was one of the best nerfs Nintendo did. They kept the strength of the move, but they didn't make it to where Crom wins.
Right, which is fair.
Yes.
I think if Crom is ahead in stocks, fair game.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
obviously dying at 20 is always
Not
gonna feel
cool.
toxic, but like, you know, it's just part of the game. Like
It's there.
sometimes it'd be like
Yeah.
that.
But pretty happy Nintendo did that, and I'm happy there's still representation on Fire Emblem Boys.
Right, and like they didn't do anything else really to like really bring the character like super down. So we're still seeing him be a very relevant force in the metagame.
Exactly, yeah. So next we're gonna have a fan favorite character.
Ooh, fan favorite. Everybody loves this character.
Palutena.
Ooh, the Nair simulator. Huh? This character's neutral air literally is the biggest why not option in Smash
It's
Brothers
so good.
Ultimate
Even if
history.
you miss the whole Nair, like the last hit is still.
The only other like why not option that might be stronger than Palutena's Nair might be Snake's Grenade. But other than that, like this character, there's so many situations where it's like, well, why wouldn't you Nair there?
Yeah.
Like, what's the con of neutral airing here? Why not? Just do it.
I fought Apollo at Evo, and like later he asked me for advice, and I was like, dude, you're just nairing a lot. And it's funny because the matches were like competitive, and like no shots, of course, but Nair is such a good option, and it leads into so many combos. It leads
And,
into
like, any
itself.
percent, like, you can
It's
edge
pretty
guard with
hard to
it.
punish. Like
Yeah, you can still whiff punish it, but it's pretty difficult.
it's yeah.
And if you mess it up and get hit by the very last hit,
you're getting combos.
you're gonna get naired again.
Yeah. And she can drift in and then drift back, drift in and hard drift in, like. And this is just Nair. We're just talking about Nair.
Yeah, we've only talked about one move for this character, and she has other good moves too. Fair and a grab at 0, really
fair
good.
in general,
like,
good.
just-
Back air and dash attack with armor, just good.
they lack range. I will say Palu lacks range,
But she's so fast.
but she's fast.
Yeah.
She's quick on the ground.
And she forces you in. Like you
Yeah.
have to play at a specific range to not just get poked out by auto reticle.
Yeah,
And that range is where Paulo likes to play.
yeah, incredible standing grab range. So,
So
I mean, her shield grab's not the quickest, but you have a
It's
humongous
huge.
range, and you have a killing throw, like back throw kills. Nair edge guarding, there's like some characters that literally can't do anything versus it. So yeah, I mean,
teleport recovery, which is good right now.
yeah, a lot of
I'll say
people need to get better at 2-framing it. But I do think Palu was a character that a lot of people would have in their top 10 before, but she is slowly lingering down, which I agree with. I think Palu is very strong, but she's very linear.
Yes.
You know, we've praised Nair and stuff, but like obviously there's still counterplay to it. So this is just a character that is very strong, but kind of like in the same boat as Ike, but just she's a better character than Ike. So I feel like as the meta progresses, she might even fall off a little bit more because people are just going to get better at the counterplay. Like they're going to get better at 2-framing or 4-framing her recovery. So teleport recoveries, you have more than 2 frames to actually hit the quote-unquote
There's a
2-frame.
while.
It's more like a 3 or a 4-frame. So people with like lingering hitboxes or just like moves that just kill that last very long are gonna be very good against her, and I feel like a lot of people aren't really too good at hitting that teleport recovery just yet. People aren't like getting like people are starting to get better at reading teleport cancel, but like you can if you're a really
There's
good player.
mix-ups. Yeah, you don't have to teleport cancel. You
Yeah.
can go where you want to teleport cancel and just not go to the platform. Like there's mix-ups.
Right. So, yeah, this character, very, very strong. Obviously, one of the best players in the world, Nairo, is representing this character. So the character's meta is being pushed. And it's really crazy because most Palus don't even play nearly as aggressive as Nairo, but it's Nairo. So
Yeah.
Nairo really shows the offensive capabilities of this
And other
character.
Palos are still making waves.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of, like, Palutena is a very common
That's the
character.
character.
that you're gonna see on like PRs, like
Yes.
on a lot of state or just whatever region PRs. You're gonna see it. New York, tri-state, very poly heavy region, and like that area is just a very strong region in general. So it just goes to show how strong this character is.
Now next, I might get some flack for this, but it's we're at the point of the tier list where things just blend, right?
Yeah, this is really like everything's like
This
super
is the top
close.
15.
Yeah.
This is the top 15, and in my 13th spot, I'll have Wolf.
This character fell off hard.
He's still so incredibly good.
Yeah, he is still very, very good. But in terms of like
The down smash hits made it to where you have to play more honest.
Everyone
Not that you're more honest, but you don't have the option to do it as early.
I hate when people are just like, dude, I told you Korean, like Wolf was in top 5, like I knew he would fall off. I'm like, bro, he got nerfed like 3 times.
Yeah. Laser and nerf is a big deal. It makes laser more committal. Down smash nerfs makes it so you
times
can't kill
2
as early.
Down smash nerf times 2. Like they're both small hits, but like so like down
It adds
smash,
up.
blaster, and I think the biggest one was the up B hitbox nerf.
Yeah.
The last
You
hit of
can
up
edge guard
B.
him.
Yeah, the last hit of up B used to be like times 2 the size.
So if Wolf's recovering, like you can't challenge him.
It was like witch twist, like some craziness. Like that move was really hard to edge guard. And there was even times where like people stand to the edge and they're not even shielding and not respecting the fact that they could get hit by it,
And they die.
and you just like turn around your wolf, your fire wolf, and you'd kill him. There's so many times with like, and it was super good for edge guarding. Like you run off, throw out Nair, double jump Nair, and then up B, and like your up B is taking up so much area, and it can kill. So those nerfs were really big, and I think because of the nerfs is the reason why Wolf got knocked down this hard. And on top of that, Wolf was such a pick up and go character. Everyone started learning the matchup.
Yes,
really,
very
really
fast.
Yeah.
Not to take away, he's done some of the best grab combos in the game.
Yep.
Laser is still very good.
Grapple, spacey.
Yeah. And his ledge trapping is one of the best.
One of the best in the game. Lingering Nair, super good. There's a lot of moves that Wolf can throw out that, like, he
can still kill you
has
early.
dangerous moves he can throw out that'll kill you for hanging on the ledge too long, or he has safe ones. Like, he can throw out a down tilt. He can throw out an angle down forward tilt. Relatively safe. You're probably still going to get your ledge trap.
Just Nair.
Or you can just Nair, or you can down smash someone at 50 because they're hanging on the ledge too long and they're not picking an option, and you can just outright kill them.
Yeah.
So, like, because of these things, like, your opponent is very forced into a option against a top level Wolf. They have to start picking, or like they will lose their stock because of it. So, and like I've seen down smash catch ledge jump. Like this character still has like crazy hitboxes on his smash attacks that have very low cooldown. And just really solid big hitboxes in general, but just doesn't have the craziest confirms. Like Fair Bear is like
Really
very committal, hard to get.
Side B confirms are very hard to get.
Right, and then
especially when you live.
Past that, like you essentially just kill off tech chases or ledge traps.
Yes.
Or ledge trap / 2 frames. So I feel like Wolf is a heavy execution based character where if you're on point with your 2 frames, your ledge trapping and your tech chasing, you will shit on people.
Yeah.
Like you will destroy them. But if you're not, you're gonna get messed up.
You're gonna get blown up. All right. Next up, number 12. I'm gonna have to go with the fortune teller, the man who sees the future.
This character. We're starting to see the blooming of this character. Everyone had this character like for their potential tier list. Like, potential tier list free. Number 1 is Shulk.
Yes.
Like this character is gonna be so insane. We don't know how crazy this character is gonna be once like all the top Shulks are optimizing it. Well, we're starting to see it, and we saw it at Switch Fest. We saw Kome go in. And just even all the other Shulks putting in work, but he's
starting to get there.
These Monado arts are getting optimized, bro, and it's scary.
Dude, Buster is. I always will vouch for Buster. A lot of people don't like the other ones. I think Buster is insane.
I hate how like Shulk can pop Buster, right? And then it's like, okay, you do more damage to me. Oh, I hit you. Now it's my turn to do more damage to you. Switch the shield. Like, wait a minute. I thought there was a con
drawback. There is none.
The drawback part, the thing where you like risk reward. No. Oh, okay. Oh, so you just
shoot art or smash art auto combos is insane. It's like we were talking about having like a frame 1 out.
Yep.
I don't think it's frame 1, but might as well be.
Well, it's better than frame 1 because you can switch
Yeah,
Manadas
and you
while
can
in
pick.
hit stun.
You can pick.
In hit
Oh
stun.
yeah, no, you didn't even have to get out of hit stun, right?
Yeah,
pretty
it's
much
negative
like
frame,
negative frames. Yeah.
Negative frame. Like you're getting hit. So a lot of multi-hit things like Pichu F smash or
You just shield art at the end.
or even like Bowser up B, like you shield art during the hit,
punish them.
and then you punish them and reverse the situation.
Crazy.
Even like your basic bread and butters. If Wolf gets a grab on Shulk and does up throw fair and Shulk shield arts the fair, it's negative on hit, and then the Wolf gets reversed. So now you have to kind of like. There are characters that have like alternate low percent combos, like Mario can like chain down airs and stuff like that. Pichu can chain up tilts. So there are situations where you can punish shield art, but that's not so much optimized so far. Like I think a lot of people are still trying to figure out, and it's just hard because Shulk's a rare breed. Shulk's a very difficult character to play, so it's very hard to get experience versus this character. And not to mention, this character has some of the best range in the game. Obviously has some startup, but
His moves are so safe.
They're so safe. They're so big.
They have like no landing lag.
Some of the best edge guarding / two framing / frame trapping in the game, because you can go off stage with smash art, swing that fair around. Did you not hit? Like, let me just reverse up B back to the ledge.
Yeah.
Like and up B's so good for catching low recoveries. And then even if you don't go for that, you can use fair to hit below the ledge to go for 2 frames. And you can use that to ledge trap. And you can set up smash art while you're doing all this stuff. So it's like, you can hit a fair on someone at 70 on a ledge trap or an edge guard with smash art and they're dead. So, and like, we're not even talking about like hard read smash art stuff. Like that can also happen to you too. So this character just has so much utility. You can like, I've seen Kome starting to do jump art. He jump arts, he double jumps, then right after he double jumps, he switches to shield art, and he's like landing towards the stage, but he's in shield art. So even if you get the hit on him, he's getting on stage. He is getting off. It's almost like a get out of disadvantage free card. And to me, that is insane, because this game's disadvantage is incredible. Like, pushing disadvantage is like how you win in this game pretty much, and the fact that this character has tools like that to get him out of it is very, very big.
I honestly can wait for this character to do better. I don't want that future to come. So next up we'll have the super fighting robot, Megaman.
This character had a great performance at Evo. I believe there was 3 Megamans.
Was there?
There was Scat, Kameme, and there was one more.
Regardless, we know what this character can do.
Yeah.
I think Kameme was the one who put Leo into loser's bracket.
With this character.
Yes.
This character just really controls a lot of zone with the pellets. You have Saw Blade confirms. Man, it's just like, it's pretty wild what this character can do. The forward air got buffed, so this character doesn't have as much trouble killing. Leaf Shield is a combo breaker now.
Moves so good.
In Smash 4, this character could get oppressed so hard because he had no get off me option because his Nair is pellet. But they made Leaf Shield a combo breaker now. So that's going to be his quickest, like, get out of, like, throwing out a hitbox, get away from me move.
It helps you get out of disadvantage off the ledge.
Yep.
Like,
it's really good. This character has so many
fair kills.
Yep.
F smash is pretty good in this game.
One of the better recoveries for sure. You can air dodge. You can
air dodge and then double jump.
Right. You can up B then double jump.
Yeah.
One of the few characters that can do that.
He's a small character.
Yeah.
Up smash out of shield.
Even just up tilt. I've seen like
I'm sure
Z
there's
drop
like Saw Blade up tilt confirms.
Yeah, Z drop Saw Blade into up tilt. That's something Kameme loves to do.
There's so many things this character has, and it's pretty surprising. Like, not too many people will play this character. I know Mars is starting to.
Yeah, this character is. It's definitely there's no other character that plays like this character in Smash. So I think that's what steers a lot of people out. You definitely can't just be like, oh, I have fundamentals, like, okay, so like this is my Nair move, this is my juggle move, this is my this character is very very
big
different.
Deal for me. Like, his F tilt is his jab.
Yeah.
Like what?
His Nair is his
Nair
jab.
is his jab.
Right. So it's like, it's really really weird. But this character, if it's a matchup where you can't get in, like it's very difficult to get past pellets and stuff like that. It's so hard.
Yes.
And like, even when we were watching MVD and Kameme play at Switchfest, like MVD was put in situations where he had to like just jump in and grenade into Kameme, because it's like you can't just keep pulling grenades at that mid range.
Yeah,
like,
it's
he
not
could
good.
blow him up with Saw Blade. Like it's very, this character is such a relevant.
Oh, I think
character
Nair
in
can
meta.
be safe on shield.
Nair is
Like,
actually the
literally
most
plus.
is the most positive move on block in the entire game. His down air, really random, but it's a really good move.
Yeah, and that's gonna round out our high tier, our actual high tier,
A lot of good characters
without the up throw rester.
here. Yes.